All right, welcome to the PGA Championship preview. This is the fourth and final major of the season. It's going to be played at Baltus Roll Golf Club, which is in Springfield, New Jersey. That is a par 70, 7,400 yards. Very long par 70. It's going to be extremely challenging. Jason Day is your defending champion. Don't forget that this was played here in 2005. And when we look back at 2005, 23% of the DraftKings points were scored on holes number 17 and 18. Those are two par fives. Both 17 and 18 are par fives. So a lot of points being scored there, which actually reminds me, I'm getting that number because I've created a spreadsheet that has like 12 or 13 different tabs on it with information, and one of them is the DraftKings scoring the last time this was played here. Here's a screenshot of another tab that I have. Obviously, those names will not be blurred out. I'm actually selling this. So it's only $5. It's the spreadsheet that I'm using this week. Has a bunch of different categories and information like recent history. I'll put the link in the description if you're interested. Again, only $5. Not trying to gouge you here, but it should be a pretty good research tool for you. All right, no surprise here. We're talking about Rory again, and we talk about him all the time, and I just cannot get enough of it. I'm addicted to Rory McIlroy. I think that the perception versus the reality of what is actually happening for him this season is quite different. What we tend to see with Rory this season is a lot of negative things. It's that he's missed a cut in a major. It's that he has kind of failed to put together 4 straight rounds that have been Rory-like golf. It's that he's throwing his 3-wood and snapping it into a million pieces in frustration. So it's been a lot of negative press for Rory, and I don't think people really know how good he's been. Last 10 tournaments worldwide, look at that. What is that, 7 top 10s? Absolutely dominant in majors. Check out this screenshot I have here. This is Rory's last 11 majors. Yeah, he missed the cut this year at the U.S. Open. He has 8 top 10s in these 11 tournaments. Just been unbelievable. The guy shows up in majors despite not putting 4 rounds together. He's finding top 10s nearly every single week. With all the talk about Jason Day and Dustin Johnson and how good those guys have been, Rory just gets overlooked, or you only hear negative things about him. Rory is the favorite to win this week. Same odds as Dustin Johnson. I don't know. I just think we're going to continue to go here. He's going to win in a big way. He's still playing like Rory. He's going to be fine. It's going to be great. I love him. All right, going to go a little deeper with the last 2 guys here. I think that there's some good prices on other golfers in the second tier like Kuchar. Bubba's not bad, but let's go a little deeper. Yongyun An is 7,400. He's made 5 straight cuts, and what I like about him is I think he sets up pretty nice for this golf course. He's sneaky long. I don't think people realize how long he is. He's top 20 in driving distance, which is certainly going to help on this very long par 70. And he is nailing both categories in approaches from 175 to 200 and 200 to 225. He's top 10 on tour in both of those categories. So that's a 50-yard range that is probably going to come into play quite a bit this week that An greatly excels at. So I'm looking for him to be a little bit of a sneaky guy as he gears up towards the Olympics, which I think he's made known is going to be a very important event for him. Obviously, this is a major, so I think he's peaking at the right time. And finally, I love Gary Woodland this week. If you watch the video from last week for the Canadian Open, we talked about Luke List, who is a long hitter who decimated par 5s. I think he was leading after 2 rounds. I think he finished with a top 10. He was very cheap. Gary Woodland very much in the same boat. I actually think Gary Woodland is a much more solid golfer than Luke List is. He's $6,700, and he's only missed 2 cuts this year. He's 16 of 18, so he's a much safer play than List was last week. And his last 5, he's really playing well. No worse than a T21 in 5 of 6. He did miss 1 cut, but when he's made the cut, he's been really, really good. 4 top 12 finishes there in his last 6 tournaments. And again, his stats really align well for this tournament and this golf course. 7th in driving distance. This guy actually 19th in strokes gained total. That's really good, obviously. I mean, he's great off the tee, and you can see both par 5 birdie or better percentage and par 5 scoring. He's top 5 on tour. So we know that a lot of points are going to be coming from the par 5s this week. We know that, especially with back-to-back par 5s to end this thing on 17 and 18, if you have a guy who can make birdie on both, now you're getting those 3 birdie streaks in play, those things like that. So Woodland, a really good play for me this week. I will have quite a bit of exposure to him. And then finally, as a thank you from me to you guys, I am running a free roll on DraftKings this week. It's 100 people. I hope by the time you see this, it's not full, although it's going to fill very quickly. So I suggest you go and reserve your spot right now. The link to this contest is going to be in the description. And the prize pack that I'm going to give away is what you're seeing on your screen, which is the official towel, the official hat, flag, and poker chip. So just something to say, thanks for following along. It's been a great year. We're certainly going to continue to talk golf through the rest of the season, but with this kind of being the grand finale with the last major of the year, I wanted to give back to you guys. So thanks again for listening, and I wish you the best of luck this week.